Hey everyone, this is Jacko Trap Studios back again with another video. This is going to be a different video because I'm going to be talking about a show that I recently got into like a couple months ago. And it's from Netflix called Aggretsuko. Yeah. If you heard of the company Sanrio before, they are known for a certain cat that's not exactly a cat. If you get what I mean, for some reason. Now, talk about the show itself. It's an adult show. It downright is. But it has like that sort of like lesson teaching, like in that, like, you know, some like kid shows have, not like the young kid shows. No. I'm talking about like the ones for ages like that ones that, like, 10-year-olds watching, and 10 to 13-year-olds watch. Yeah, that kind of lesson teaching, and with adult themes nonetheless. Nothing like like you know what. Because it doesn't talk about that, no. But it's a good show, and in my opinion, Haida is one of the best characters, if not the best character. Yeah. And I just got done watching season 3 of the show and on Netflix, and yeah, it is really good of a show. If you guys somewhat don't know what the show is about, I will tell you without giving any major spoilers. It's not big spoilers, but somewhat. Kinda, I don't know. So this is the basis for the show. It's about a red panda called Retsuko, and she works in an accounting department, and she has to deal with a sexist boss, and boss is one of the problems. Another problem is boyfriends. Another her friends. Another one being an idol, which is part of season 3, and also getting her driver's license. Now, it's out of the way. Let's talk about the show itself. The best thing, the perfect thing about the show is its storytelling and the character development. Mostly the character development, because the character development is the best thing of the show. Like, you see the characters change how they are, and it's really interesting. Now, Gretzko, in the future, I might get a plush of her, and both versions of her. And one thing I forgot to mention about the show is that in secrecy, she does heavy metal karaoke to let out her anger. But she doesn't do it in front of people. No. Well, she does, but not lots of people do not know about it until like season 3. I'm sorry that's spoilerish, but anyway, now the show itself is really good. I don't have any bad criticisms to say about the show. And if you guys complain in the comments that I watched something that has to do with the sanrio brand, you can know, screw yourselves. And, like, seriously, the show is meant for adults. Just because the sanrio brand is known for cutesy kid stuff, it doesn't mean that they have to do only that. No. Aggretsuko is that example. And it's really good of a show. And I suggest you guys watch it if you have Netflix. You'll get really interested in it. It is a really interesting show. I can say that. Now, since I watch every season, I will tell you how I rank the seasons. In last place is season 1, and hold on before you go criticizing in the comments that I put season 1. Let me explain. It is. I do not hate any season or any of the episodes. I feel like it is doesn't have as much, like, impactful stuff for Aggretsuko in that season. Anyway, now for the middle of the ranking, which is season 2. Now, season 2 is when starts getting interesting. Like Aggretsuko gets a semi-famous boyfriend that wants to use technology to help humanity, or not humanity, because all the characters in the show are animals, but they're anthropomorphic animals. And I swear, if you say I'm a furry in the goddamn comments, I'm gonna beat the living heck out of you. Do not say I'm a dang furry, because I said that. Because else are anthropomorphic animals: Bugs Bunny, Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck, Felix the cat. Yeah, most Disney and Warner Brothers stuff. Woody Woodpeckers, not like those. Those are. No one's complaining about them being furry stuff. Like, anyway, let's move on from that and go on to number 1. And number 1 for me, for the best season of Aggretsuko, is season 3, because it is the most impactful of the seasons. And if you guys don't want spoilers, I would avoid this part, because season 3 is the most impactful, and I'll tell you why. At the very beginning, Aggretsuko has to deal. She constantly spends lots of money in a VR game with doing lots of micro transactions and stuff. And trust me, I've dealt with microtransactions before, but I've somewhat learned how to handle them. Like, originally I was playing Yoko Watch Puni earlier this year, and yeah, that messed me up. But now I'm playing FNAF VR, and I'm getting better with dealing with the microtransaction stuff. Yeah, just giving some insight on there. So feel free to insult me in the comments about how that terribly bad that was. And trust me, I do, but in case if you are already doing, keep it on ahead. I'm not stopping you. Now, later on in episodes, she has to deal with this guy that she accidentally rammed a car into his car while going backwards, and later on, that guy is trying to start an idol group called OTM Girls. And aggretsuko becomes the accounting manager for that group, and then sooner or later, the boss of controls the boss man of the group. He's not part of the girl band thing, OTM Girls. In the show, no, he runs them as the business. Aren't there getting them selling the merch and stuff for that and aggretsuko tries making a what would be a YouTube channel in that show, but I'm not sure that is YouTube, but she does stuff to teach people how to do heavy metal with the death metal voice that she does, and then the boss that she's trying to deal with from that group as the accounting director, he finds out aggretsuko doing the heavy metal thing, and decides that it should be one of the next songs that they should do for OTM Girls, being a heavy metal one. And then she becomes the fourth member of OTM Girls, and things go on at hand. They get CDs, and then all of a sudden this creep fan starts taking pictures of where aggretsuko lives, and then just buys 100 CDs to just get 300 seconds to talk trash to aggretsuko, because that fan was a longtime fan of OTM Girls, one being an OG one, and he didn't like how aggretsuko changed everything for OTM Girls. And later on, he tries to, try to shank her, and then Haida, which is one of her friends, decides to help her, and she ends up fainting, and she probably hit her head, and Haida has to deal with this girl while also being in love with aggretsuko, and after that, Haida and the rest of aggretsuko's friends talk about what's going to happen with aggretsuko, and aggretsuko's thinking of leaving because she doesn't want to deal with a guy that almost shanked her. And Haida finds her and this one girl, which is one of aggretsuko's friends, makes a dating app and matchmaking app, and turns out Haida and aggretsuko are soulmates, and yeah. Then Haida sings heavy metal there, and then Aggretsuko talks about him, and then yeah, that's all I'm going to tell you, because already I'm telling you enough spoilers. So if you want to figure out the rest, watch Aggretsuko. That's all I have to say, guys, and I really hope you enjoyed this video. This is the first time I ever reviewed a Netflix anime, or any kind of show for that matter, on this channel. And if you guys want more of these, one of the other shows I've been really interested in from Netflix is Beastars. And don't you dare say anything about any furry crud with that show. I swear to God. Anyway, bye. This is Trap.